Am I the only one that didn't know mirrors could have dark histories? It's something you don't really think about, right? Mirrors are just everyday objects reflecting our world back at us. But what if they could reflect something more sinister? This story might make you think twice before buying an antique mirror. You see, not all mirrors are just glass and frame. Some carry with them the weight of the past, and sometimes that past is dark and terrifying. It all started at a dusty flea market, the kind of place where every item has a story and every corner holds a secret. Sarah, an avid collector of vintage items, stumbled upon an antique mirror. She had a keen eye for unique pieces, always on the lookout for something that stood out. Intrigued by its intricate frame and aged glass, she bought it without hesitation. The mirror seemed to call to her, its ornate design and mysterious aura too captivating to resist. Little did she know, this mirror held a sinister secret. It wasn't just a piece of decor, it was a gateway to something far more malevolent. From the first night, Sarah felt uneasy. There was something about the mirror that made her skin crawl. As she walked past the mirror, she could swear she saw a flicker of movement from the corner of her eye. It was as if the mirror had a life of its own, a presence that was watching her. She chalked it up to her imagination. After all, it was just a mirror, right? But the feeling of being watched never left her. But each night it got worse. The sense of unease grew stronger, and the mirror seemed to pulse with a dark energy. Her reflection began to act differently. It was subtle at first, almost imperceptible. Her reflection began to act differently. At first it was subtle, a slight delay, a smirk she hadn't made. It was as if the mirror was mocking her, showing her a version of herself that wasn't quite right. But soon it became undeniable. The reflection took on a life of its own, moving independently of Sarah. Her reflection moved when she didn't, leaning closer and closer to the glass. It was as if the mirror was trying to pull her in, to merge their worlds, whispering silent secrets. The whispers were faint, almost inaudible, but they filled Sarah with dread. As days turned into nights, the boundary between Sarah and her reflection blurred. The mirror seemed to be consuming her, drawing her deeper into its dark embrace. The reflection's face twisted with a malevolent grin, inching closer with each passing night. It was no longer just a reflection, it was a malevolent entity intent on taking Sarah's place. Until, one fateful evening, it happened. The reflection stepped out. It was no longer confined to the glass. It had crossed over into Sarah's world. The reflection stepped out. Sarah's scream echoed through the house, but no one heard. The mirror had claimed her, and her reflection was now free to roam. By morning, the mirror was empty. Sarah was gone. The house was silent, the mirror's surface smooth and unblemished. So next time you see an antique mirror, take a closer look. You never know what might be lurking just beneath the surface. So next time you see an antique mirror, take a closer look. Who or what might be looking back at you? The next time you catch a glimpse of something strange in the mirror, remember Sarah's story. Sometimes the past is best left undisturbed.